Hello ladies, just to check in about our project 5. I just wanted to show you the progress that I'm making, working kind of alongside you guys with not only keeping up with the sketchbooks, but also trying to do this project as well. Here is the image that I've chosen to do. So what our project is asking of us is to take an image, 2-point perspective preferably, and then kind of change our location of the camera view and redraw it at a different angle. So first, using the instructions that we have had via the video on YouTube, we first created our grid. I did record a video for you guys creating this grid, but then realized that the most clear version of explaining this is already the video that we have. So there's no point in me reiterating an already very clear way of drawing out this grid. There's another video that helps us create our furniture, our initial furniture onto this grid. As I have stated before, it's always much more beneficial to have another piece of trace over the top of your grid in order for you to be able to practice with spelling out your footprints and drawing your boxes according to your grid without actually being on top of your grid. So this is a version that I started to kind of spell out my boxes. You can see that I changed my perspective. So instead of this drawing, the bed being on this wall, I've switched it over completely. So we're going to be looking at this bed in this perspective, and then also what is going on this other wall that we don't see. So this is the kind of secondary version of what I've got kind of sketched out according to the way I'd like to see this room, the new way I guess we'd like to see this room. And what I did is kind of inferred that on the other side of this wall we've got a door, because it has to be somewhere, and we can tell that the cameraman is somewhere in this area of this picture. So I'm changing that perspective. I'm keeping the finishes, I'm keeping the bedding, I'm keeping everything that's going on in this room, but I'm deciding what's going on this other wall. So this is kind of my first draft. You can see my lines aren't totally straight. I'm going to clean this up, probably put another piece of vellum over the top of this and start to work on really getting the details into this drawing, and then really getting my lines straight according to my grid and working towards perfecting the color scheme and all of the features in this room, including the ones that I am creating on my own via my imagination from the information that I'm getting from this picture. I hope this helps a little bit. Please feel free to text me or call me, as I've said, and just let me know what your questions are, or if you're trying to approach this in a different way than I've explained. Again, please reference the video for the grid, and then there's a secondary video by the same gentleman that kind of spells out how we're getting our boxes from that grid. But really, we're taking our lines and we're pulling them out from both of our vanishing points as directed, and then kind of starting to finalize and really spell out what's going on in our room. Okay, take care. Stay tuned.